Welcome. I have been feeling called to do a reading this entire day. So I'm going to be doing sound file reading for the collective right now, at least, just because it is way easier for me to set this up. So we're going to be doing this for at least now. I don't know if this is a thing. Anyways, not so important. What is this? Ugh, come on, get off. I'm sorry, there was like a hair or something. Anyways, back at it. So, I have been called to do a reading, a collective reading. I have absolutely no idea what the topic is. I don't really know who is in need of a reading right now, but I'm sensing that it has something to do with going through something. Like, aren't we all? But I mean, this is slightly bigger, I think, because I'm feeling this sort of anxiety, perhaps. It's kind of like you're stuck between choices, and it's bringing to mind the phrase of being stuck between a stone and a hard place. That's sadly what I'm hearing. So we will be pulling some cards from the... Oh yeah, if you guys can hear it, it's a dog. It's just, relaxing, living its best life. I also have some tea. Not that it's, relevant, but I do have some tea. So I might be sipping on that once it's cold enough to be sipped on, I suppose. Anyways, so the Santa Muerte Tarot is the one that we are using right now. But I'm also sensing we might be expanding this with the Midnight Oracle, which is why I'm feeling this is kind of heavy. This is the thing that whomever is going through right now. It to me it sounds, or feels at least, like it's weighing very heavy on your mind, and it might also be pulling you away from like your actual life, the stuff that you should be doing. Rumination, I'm sensing. Very, very much pulling you out of the present because of a need to control the future. I'm just going to have to spoil this for you, like whomever this right collective is. And you probably know it, of course, but you can't control the future. It is literally not possible. Yeah, you can sit there and make up your game plan and whatnot, and we should all have goals, and we should all have like a basic plan, I suppose. Of course, we should. That's not what I'm saying. But that's more like working towards something and not so much. Well, I might actually be wrong about that. Anyways, the point is, the only thing that actually exists is here and now. It's the present. Everything else is an illusion, truthfully. And it is an illusion that you have, we all, me included. I'm not trying to sit there and be like a saint or a Buddha. I am not. Not even slightly. but it's just created in our minds. Every time we remember something, we are literally creating that memory over and over. And as our pathways in the brain, the neuro pathways, I think that's what it's called, as they get stronger, then it gets easier to end up walking that same trail over and over and over again, telling yourself the same story over and over again, sitting and ruminating over the same stuff over and over again. And if you have a strong need, and this is important, if you have a strong need of controlling outcome, that comes from a sense of fear, of not feeling safe in your body, in your presence. Presence. Yeah, anyways, you know the thing that I'm trying to say. That thing. You're not safe in it. You are also, sadly, if you are focused more on what you want to achieve, on what, this is coming to my mind for a reason, so this might be part of it. So if you're trying to control outcome, but also kind of sort of, manipulate people towards that outcome that you desire, so firstly, very unethical. Secondly, you have misunderstood the whole aspect of life is the journey. I wrote about this actually, very specifically. I've written about this in the tarot deck that I am working on for one of the cards. I think it was the card, I'm not sure if it's going to be called this, but it was the golden apple, I think, because it's a reference. It's just a dog walking around. It's a reference to the, I want to say Nordic, but that's not true, Norse goddess Eden. And she protects these golden apples. And all of the gods in the Norse mythology, they eat these apples, these golden apples, because it brings them eternal life. Wait, I think I'm actually on the completely wrong card. Well, I mean, there might be some something to it. Oh no, the little cat needs to come in. Okay, just give me 1 sec, okay? 1 second, I need to let the cat in. Poor little thing. Okay, I am back. I have literally no idea what I was talking about. I completely forgot, and I have been surrounded by animals. Quite literally. So I'm sorry, but I suppose this turned into a kind of ASMR. Bitch, leave my feet alone. God damn. What the what are you fighting against? Oh. Okay, status update. The dog is fighting against some plastic object. I think he's winning, so that's nice. The cat is trying to understand why I'm speaking so much. He's like, can I come on your lap? I'm trying to tell him, yeah, of course you can, if you want. But just don't stab them with your claws. Oh no, I've completely forgotten what I did. Ugh, this is the worst reading. It is what it is. Yes, it is what it is. Okay. Thank you for the wash. Okay. So, cat is entering lap. This is a huge success. Mostly curious about these cool tarot cards that I'm holding. Dog wants to eat my melon. Really rude. And I will get back to it. Oh yeah, okay. Cat is also going to be using the mic as it's I don't know, grooming something. Also a huge success. So let's get to it. Because I don't remember what I was talking about. It was probably, profound. So keep it in mind and live your life to the fullest. Stuff like that. Great motivational speech right there. Oh, goodbye, cat. Goodbye, dog. Okay, we are on our own, it seems. I'm like 9. I closed the door because there's so much noise outside. This is... We're continuing. Yeah, we are. We definitely are. Do not rape the cat. I will. Hmm? Yeah, you kind of deserve that, dog. I'm sorry, he didn't actually do anything, just so you guys know. I would have stopped that. I'm very strict on these sort of things, I do not take kindly to sexual harassment. Cat is defending itself, so we have like 2-0 to cat. Point wise. Yeah, it's quite the thrill. Who needs to go to a match when you can just, come here and try to listen to a collective reading? Anyways, let's see what this energy is about. There's someone going through something. And it is pulling out your mind. So, let's see. I just want some cards. Let's see what's going on here. Ooh, almost, but it didn't actually come out. I'm not going to check. Going to have to communicate my ideas. Like so. Yeah, exactly. Okay. The moon upside down. Did you guys perhaps find something out? Or realize something? Probably emotionally. Ooh. Oh no. Yeah, you did. It has to do with romance. Aww. It's like... It's the Knight of Cups upside down. So this is either like a love offer that... I mean, it could also, of course... Nah, this is romance. This Knight of Cups is always romance. For me, at least. Very rarely I ever interpret it as anything else. But yeah, something has come to light about... I don't know if this is your behavior or if this is the behavior of someone around you, but it has to do with, the more animalistic side and emotions. And the Knight of Cups is upside down, so someone who perhaps... I'm feeling the love bombing, because like the Knight of Cups is very enthusiastic. And they are extremely convinced in the moment of their emotions and intentions, except they have no plan whatsoever. They just simply do not. But again, it's the youthful thing with it. Like in a romance, whatever, you do not want the Knight of Cups. Usually. Oh, so much romance. Yeah, but where is the plan to back that up? Not in the Knight of Cups. Ugh. And then you're like, okay, I'm gonna check. What more can we come? No, commonly. What more can we get to help figure this out? Ooh, we got a card. I'm going to go for 4 cards. Everything is upside down. Wow. No. Oh, this is Ace of Wands upside down? No. It's like your passion. And then you have, like, this is romance. This is something to do with romance. and it's not positive. Like, it also kind of killed your, I'm gonna say it, libido. Ace of Wands, to me at least, it does have a lot to do with that. Creative energy, like intensely and strongly so. But this is like upside down. Something about this romance person thingy. Oh, you got 2 cards. Why? Hey, at least these are, I mean, there are no good ways to get the cards. If they come upside down or if they come the straight way around, like, it makes no difference. It just is what it is, of course. But you did get 2 cards that were actually upright. And it's the Page of Cups. What? That is such a downgrade. I am not impressed. And clearly also not this collective. God damn. And then you have the Magician. At least he was not upside down, which is nice, because at least we don't have manipulation then. But now what I'm seeing here is, yeah, okay. This collective, yeah, you found something out. You either realized something or, and this could potentially be about you yourself, but for it to be so, you would have to have exceptional insight into yourself, because then you would have to have just realized that, oh darn, I might not be as evolved in romance. No, I was going to say romantic relationships, but then it ended up with romance, so as I thought I was. In fact, I am not evolved into a Knight of Cups. I am still a tiny little Page of Cups. Just trying to figure out how to sip from the kitty cup. Ugh. And on this, like, literally, this card, the Page of Cups is like a woman, a skeleton woman, right? And she has this spoon. And it's leaking. All of the emotions are just running out. It's like, I don't even know what to do with these emotions. Like, what's going on here? Trying to I don't know, gain some sustenance from it, but you cannot, because your spoon is leaking. That's not good. But then the Magician is, trying to manifest something else. But I am suspecting it is not about you. It is either about the situation that you are in romantically, or it's about a specific person. I mean, like, they are kind of intertwined, but if it's specifically the person and you've come to this realization, then of course there is the chance that you might be trying to manifest someone else. But on the other hand, if it's like the romantic situation that you are in, then perhaps you are simply trying to manifest change. And you also feel like you have it within your power to do so. That's important. Well, I mean, I don't know how convinced you are about it, but I can at least see that the situation and the realization of you having to deal with a Page of Cups that can't even drink from a spoon. The kitty cup was too complicated, and now the spoon doesn't even work. Like, I can literally not even, like, what's it called? Spoon feed you what I need you to know? Or like how relationships work, or like how romance work, or like what love is. I can't even feed you this thing with a spoon. That's sad. And so because of that, I shall now intake my marvelous magician vibe and create something that fits me better. I mean, That's actually positive. So I'm sitting here right now, I'm suspecting maybe the issue is you're not quite sure how to, maybe? Or perhaps you're feeling guilty. Or perhaps there's something else that's just keeping you from doing it. But you do feel you have everything you need to do so, technically. And whether or not you have what you need to sustain it, that I do not know yet. So let's add another row just to figure that out. I feel like we have the situation. So again, the situation here, it has to fit. But if you still felt inclined to sit and listen to this, then there might still be a message here, even if the story is not yours, okay? So let's see. Give me some more clarification on the issue. Like, what's the reason that this energy has come to me? What do you guys need to figure out? Ooh, whoa, okay. Just dropping it out. No, everything is upside down again. I mean, again, there's nothing wrong with cards coming out upside down. Like, this is okay. This is cool. Anyways, you got wands. 8 of wands upside down. That's not amazing. So you feel stagnated. I'm suspecting. Like, you really do feel this stagnation. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. Oh, it's finance. You feel stuck due to finances. No. And you also feel like you genuinely don't know how to address this. Oh. Oh, what is this one again? I have to just check the tiny booklet that came with it, okay? Let's see here. I think this is death. It's 13. Oh, that's a synchronicity. For me, I'm sorry. But I do think this is death. I was just a little bit confused because it also could have been the Empress in like, it's a pregnant skeleton. But let's see here. Oh, that's why. Yes, okay. So it's this pose. This is death in this deck. It's called Santa Muerte. So I'll just read this one in case it's a little bit different than death, okay? A professional, no, not a professional. Well, I mean, like, I say stuff for a reason, so this could actually be professional. Take heed of this. Take notes, my dads. Because you are feeling stagnated and stuck because of finances. So look into that whole professional thing, okay? That might be the key to get you out of this rut that you are stuck in. Anyways, so a profound transformation, a renewal, a true and proper revolution. If it is life that generates death, then death generates life. We are connected to all that surrounds us, to the people who have come before us and to those who will come, from the cradle to the tomb, from the coffin to the womb. In a continual exchange and a continual regeneration, not of opposites, but of complementary elements. Santa Muerte brings with it new projects, changes, cuts, and the necessary abandonment. What are we abandoning though? The necessary abandonment of what we keep stationary and entangled. Oh my god, it's all of the stuff that you are stuck in. I was right. Ha! I always am. Well, I'm not always, but like when I'm reading the cards, I am. Or doing other stuff that has to do with like these sort of things. Anyways, back to it. Yeah. So let's see here. and cuts and the necessary abandonment of what we keep stationary and entangled, like the past or suffocating ties. These changes, however, are not always pain free, but can bring with them trauma, anger, violence, and loss, including an immobility when we refuse to take on these transmutations. So, all of the cards in this deck also comes with like an advice from the dead or something. Yeah, the advice of the dead. So let's hear what Santa Muerta has to say. Oh, you are profoundly stuck. How long have you been stuck? For Santa Muerta to come and tell you this. Wait, I'm gonna tell you what she's saying. But it's like, I literally also just read it, you know? Like, you have to do it, otherwise. If you refuse to do the whole transmutation, then you'll just be even more stuck forever. That sounds not amazing, I'll be honest. To me, it kind of sounds worse than death. It might not for you, though, because honestly, clearly, being stuck was the better option. But you are so heavily unhappy. How can that be the better option? Santa Muerta just... Okay, well, fine, I'll read this. So, the advice of the dead. Accept the changes that are offered in front of you without fear of cutting ties and cutting yourself off from your old positions, old ideas, or preconceptions. A mutation is imposing itself. You need to mutate, okay? Like turn into Spider-Man, something cool. My god, okay, this is not great. Okay, let's see. I'm not judging you, by the way. I understand that there is lots of fear that comes with change. Of course there is. But honestly, I'm seeing a theme here through this week of hijacked energy that is profoundly stuck in the past. That's not good. Firstly, because the past does not exist. I'm writing a song right now. Well, I'm not sure how it's going to progress, but synchronicities, you know. Perhaps the lyrics is helpful in one way or another. So I only have this part ready. Well, ish only this part. Wait, I'll actually go and find it here on my phone. No, wait, did I go out of this? No, I didn't. Yay! Amazing. Okay. Wait, give me 1 sec, I'll pause this. Okay, hi, I am back. Not that you noticed that I was gone, but still. So it is called Desert. Okay, let's see here. I'm not sure if I should sing it or just read it. I don't know what would help you the most. I mean, honestly, you don't even know the song. I don't even know the song quite yet. Anyways, okay, I'll try. I'm not seated correctly. I woke up in the desert of a mind that was mine, and I got lost again. I couldn't find the proof of just what is, not what was, so all could maybe be. So quietly, I took a deep breath and I left. Yeah, it's not perfect, but you see the point, right? Like, you get stuck. When I write songs, I write stories. So, this is the story about someone who is stuck in their mind. It wasn't a card, it was this song. Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah. Huh. Okay, back to it. Oh, yeah, if there's anyone new listening, I have ADHD. Hi. I am Amy, and I will be your ADHD collective tarot reader for this, well, evening or morning or whenever you're listening to it. So, anyways, it's a story about someone who is stuck on memories, and on potential, but completely ignoring the present, which is the absolutely only thing you actually have. And when I say that, what I mean is that when you have someone in front of you and they behave in a certain way, then that is who they are. It is not who they used to be. That person does not exist anymore. Truly, they do not exist. We all evolve and transform. We do it, but also other people do it, and we do it constantly. You do not wake up like, okay, like let's say that you guys are in a stable connection or whatever, but no, this is stable connect because of the pentacles. It has to be. I'm picking up on this. Yeah, okay. So this collective, you're definitely in some sort of stable connection. I'm not saying you necessarily live together. I don't know how long you might have been together, but the issue is the money, pentacles. You are relying either on this person or you are both relying on each other. And so you do not feel that you can exit whatever you're in due to these pentacles or the lack of them, or just a lack of sense of control over what you may or may not be able to achieve on your own, right now at least. But your right now seems like a forever thing, which is not good. Point is, that person that you got together with does not exist anymore. The only place they exist is in your fantasy. And that might sound harsh, but it's true. It's in your memories. And yeah, they are based on actual factual events, but you're still recreating them every single time in your mind. You are escaping what is actually in front of you to try and pray and hope that whatever was might once more be. That will never happen. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. It's not meant to. Because we grow and evolve. And even if you don't grow and evolve, even if you have, this could actually be the case in this one because of the massive stagnation, at least that this collective is feeling. But if it's a relationship, then you're both stagnated. It goes both ways. Always. Well, most of the time, I suppose. Oh, it doesn't have to, actually. But anyways, it doesn't matter. The feeling of stagnation is the feeling of your life force being drained from you. And that's why I was thinking about the Eden golden apple thing. Because that was literally what it's about. You can quite, again, I'm going to use the word literal. I use that word a lot. Get used to it. You can literally see it on yourself, whether or not the situation or the person that you are with is murdering your life force by sucking it up and leaving you dry. Or if they actually align with you. Because if they align with you, if what is actually in front of you here and now today aligns with you, you will glow. Yeah, that's harsh. Because looking at this collective, you do not. I cannot imagine that you do. When you go to the mirror in the morning, you're not seeing someone who is happy and glowing. Not at all. You're It's the wands, it's the Ace of Wands upside down, your life force, your passion, your creative energy. You feel like you've lost it with this person. Now you should hear this also. I do not pity you. Pity will not help you. Not in this energy. Because you have everything that you actually need to progress out of this. You do. You have the magician backing you up here. So when you see what you see, and you do actually have what you have, and I don't care if the only thing that you have are the clothes that you walk in, and the hands that you, well, I mean, some don't even have hands, and I, not saying that, oh, at least you have hands, because I don't know, but my point here is, even if you have nothing, even if you feel like you have literally nothing, you still have your life. You still have vitality coursing through your veins. You live, and therefore you have everything. You can change this. You can. I'm not going to say walk away, because this is the death card you got. You didn't even get the death card. You got Santa Muerte. That's the reason why I reached for this deck for you guys. You have whatever it is that you need to save your own goddamn soul and your life essence. If you continue like this, wow. It's like, yeah, I could call it stagnation. I could also say until death do you two part. But the thing is, you're a walking shell already. You have nothing left. So what could you possibly lose? Comfort? Is it really that comfortable over there? According to these cards, no. Not even slightly. It's a fear of the unknown. That's what you're actually fearing, and that's what's actually keeping you back. Because you can see everything that's wrong here. Literally, the right collective, you can see everything that's wrong here. And you can also quite likely see it in the mirror. You don't feel as alive as you used to before this person, or before whatever you have, or had rather, whatever you had turned into what you have. And that will have happened, progressively. But I do not pity you, because you have everything you need to change this. So do that. Take control over your life, okay? It's going to be hard and it's going to be scary, but you can do it. You're going to also have to learn to live differently. But honestly, are you living at all now? Or are you just existing? According to these cards, you're just existing. And you need a complete death, like the Santa Muerta. You need to cut off the old. There is no other way here. It's like your life is so overgrown with weeds. That's kind of what it is. You need to remove it. All of it. Okay, then it was actually a really bad analogy. In my head, it made sense. I was thinking about, like, being a child and having to pull up all the weeds with my grandmother, and I hated it. But we had to do it. And afterwards, it was very pretty. Anyways, I'm not sure if I want any more cards. I mean, you literally, you got it. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna, not from this deck, but let's see here. The Midnight Oracle. We're going to pull some cards from the Midnight Oracle. I felt like I should do that when I picked up the Santa Muerte and tarot deck, so there might be something here. Are they even the right way around? Yeah, cool. Okay, let's see here. I suppose this is like the universe's guidance to what you should be doing. You don't need the universe to tell you what you should be doing. You've known that for a long time. Trying not to swear again, but you've known this for a very, very, very long time. Like, this has just been accumulating, I think. No, you had the moon card in the beginning. Yeah, okay. Well, it's still been lingering. It's just that okay, it's a good thing. I'm not going to sit there and say anything else. It's a good thing. Like, it's been something that has been nagging in your subconscious, and probably you've literally been pushing it away from your consciousness. But something has, I don't know what it is, but something has made you realize that, yeah, this is what I have in front of me. This is my romance life right now. It sucks. And it sucks the life out of me. Quite literally. That's why I wake up every day and feel dead. That's why I have no motivation. That's why I'm heading towards depression, or also am, potentially caught up in it. That's why I feel like I have no progress in my life. That's why I'm actually also, probably, yes. That's why I'm struggling also pentacle-wise, money-wise. Because you have no motivation, you have no life force. Where did you think you would end up finding the energy to do the whole Pentacle Quest thing? It's not here, at least. Not in this relationship. I'm sorry. There's no hope for that. I don't think so, at least. It doesn't look it. Let's see. What does the universe have to say? Probably get the fuck out, but okay. Let's see here. Universe. Oh, almost, but didn't. What do you have to say to this collective? Like, what should I be doing? One card? I want 3 cards. If I can. Ooh, 2 cards? Yay. Give me a third. Please and thank you. Yay. We got 3 cards. Yay. Okay, let's see. Okay. I don't know what these cards are saying. Like, I'm going to have to use the book since they are, oracle cards. And also oracle cards I don't actually use a lot. I'm going to be taking a picture of this and posting it also alongside it, like in Discord probably, at least. Let's see here. So, first, we got the Shrouded Keeper. Let's see, what does the Shrouded Keeper want to tell you? Probably get the fuck out. But let's see. I might be wrong. Rarely am, but still. Okay. The Shrouded Keeper. Upright. Protection, secrecy, and nurturing something precious amidst darkness. Yeah, that's you. You have like this. You still have your life force, okay? It's still there. It's just hidden and secret. But I can see it on this really cool magician's hat. It's just that, all of his light, or like candles are on top of his hat, and he has a really cool Mexican hat, so he can't see it, but it's still there and it's still lighting up and I can see it. It's really pretty, really cool. So you still have the light, okay? It's just it's hidden from your sight, but it's there. And amidst all of this darkness, you can still use it. Oh, it's kind of like Santa Lucia. Oh, just like a Mexican version. That's so cute. Anyways, back to it. This card speaks of hidden truths and the quiet strength that comes from guarding what matters most. Do you know what matters most? Your fucking life. Okay? I'm not joking. You quite literally have nothing if you don't have your life. And you are a walking empty shell. So you don't have your life. I mean, like, again, you have it. It's just on top of your cool Mexican hat, your life force. But you can't see it and you can't feel it. But it's there. You have it, okay? You have it. Protect it. And you will not be able to do that here. You need to go out and grow a new orchard, the thing where you have lots of apples. That thing, that word. But with golden apples. Oh yeah, that was the point. Yeah, because like when you walk the walk of life, it's not about all of the pit stops. But if you're only focused on the future, then you're literally living your life for the pit stops. And that's like a random golden apple here, and maybe you'll encounter a golden apple there, and maybe you'll encounter like a golden apple over there in like 15 years. I don't know, maybe, but you have hopes. Yeah, you can do that, or you can understand what it means when we say that it's the path that you walk that is your life. Okay? That means that you choose to walk down your golden apple orchard. Is it orchard? Yeah, I think so. Maybe. Anyways, that word again. Because if you're walking your path, then you don't have to wait until maybe someone throws you a morsel of a golden apple. Life force. When I say golden apple, just like reminding you all of that. For no good reason. Anyways, back to it. You don't have to wait for someone to throw you a golden apple. You don't have to manipulate a golden apple out of someone. You don't have to work so hard and be so patient. It's not even patience, it's just stagnant in this one. You don't have to. None of that. You don't have to do it like this. You can choose to walk your path of golden apples. And then you're not going, maybe in the beginning you might be like overindulgent. I don't know. Maybe you're an overindulgent person that would eat every single apple you saw. But the thing is, it never fucking stops on this path. So you're going to get filled up at some point. And it's completely okay. When you come from a path, a life path that you've chosen, okay, you've chosen to walk, but on this life path, you're quite literally starving and also having all of your life force sucked out of you. Again, you chose this, but still, I'm reminding you that you chose it, because if you chose it, it means you can choose something different. Yeah, I know. It's kind of magical being the magician like that. But yeah, you'll get filled up. And so you'll stop grabbing after every single golden apple that you see, and you'll start realizing, I am safe. I can simply receive. When I am hungry, I can reach out my hand, and there will be a golden apple there. And if I, reached out my hand and like it just happened to not be a golden apple right there, I know for a fact there are golden apples everywhere around me. So I'm not panicking. I'm not holding on to the only golden apple I've seen for 20 years. The only life force that has touched my lips for 30 years. I don't need to do that because I chose to walk a path that will give me life force. And I don't have to wait for every pit stop. The pit stops will still be amazing and they will probably contain even more golden apples, but to someone who is walking their path, that will be impressive and cool. But you already know. You're already so safe in the path that you're walking that it truly just becomes an addition. And also, as Santa Muerte, kind of at least, is reminding us of. And you should, this collective, be thinking of. Truly, put that as well to the front of your consciousness alongside the stuff that you've just realized with the, upside down moon card that we started with. At every step that you take on your chosen life path, you should be able, this will sound a bit extreme, but it should be, and this should sound extreme. If everything ended at any given step that you walk down your chosen path, you should be able to say, I'm happy. It's okay. It's okay. I am surrounded by my golden apples all the time. I have done right by myself, and I've taken into consideration people around me and those that do surround me. People, they align with me. I would be content at any given step walking down this life path if it suddenly stopped. Yeah, I can't use the word because I think I've seen a lot of other readers not being able to do that. So I'll avoid it, but you know what I mean. That's the complete analogy. It's not actually an analogy, is it? I don't really remember. But that's the complete one, You have to, with everything that you do, every action, every word, every inaction, every unspoken word, if the person that you cared about the most, this is going to be uncomfortable, but this collective, I don't know if you have someone else. I mean, it should be yourself, to be honest. You should be that person. But if there is someone that you could use, then this very uncomfortable thought exercise might actually be helpful. Let's pretend that inside your phone, the thing that you bring with you even into the toilet. I should definitely be anti-backing my phone more often, thinking about it. Anyways, so point being, let's just pretend that the person that you care about the most exists within that phone constantly. They have the possibility to tap into your camera, your mic, your chat history, your browser history, absolutely everything. And they don't do it constantly, but they could at any given moment. Literally any given moment. Just in case the whole, everything ending analogy thingy doesn't work for you. This definitely should. If you think Santa is scary, imagine that. But truly do that. And then arrest yourself every single time by thinking, if whoever that person is for you, if the person that I care about the most could tap into my phone right now and see what I'm doing, hear what I'm saying, also on the phone, not just out there and about, in real life, but all of it, would I then do it? Because if your answer is no, then you know you should not. And it's not because of that person, it's because you have an internal moral compass and it is shouting at you to behave differently. And that might sound like a weird example for this collective, but it isn't. Because with the person that you care about the most, and it cannot be this person that we are reading, and it cannot be the one that you're romantically attached to. Literally cannot be. Because you might feel something, but it's probably a trauma bond. Or also just, fear of being alone. Like, that would be a trauma bond. Whatever you're feeling, it's not love. That I can tell you, okay? Like there is no love here. It's the feeling of being drained. It's the feeling of disillusionment. It's the feeling of not having any life force left. It's the feeling of being stuck and not knowing how to move further on. And then Santa Muerta coming telling you, well, how do you think? You cut everything off and you move. Like, put one foot in front of the other. That's how you do it. But if you're in this situation, would the person that you care about the most be able to back you up in your choices? I'm suspecting there's a lot of self-abandonment in your situation. And also the Shrouded Keeper is saying so, because you don't protect your light. You don't protect what is important in this setting, which is you and your life force. The thing that is the most important, should be the most important, is the least important for you. It does not, right now at least, resonate with you that you could, quite literally, just walk. Just do the changes that is necessary. It doesn't. You might have a case of learned helplessness. Or you might be in a very toxic relationship where you've been, well, there's still learned helplessness in that, but if it's a toxic relationship, then there's also the added illusion of control. If only I do this, then I have some sense of control over, I'm going to say the outcome. I have a sense of control over the amount of toxicity I have to endure in this romantic connection. It's not true. You don't. If it's a toxic relationship, you do not. It's an illusion. And as the magician, I think you will recognize that. And also with the moon upside down, I mean, you're starting to see clearly, really clearly. Anyways, the Shrouded Keeper is telling you your main priority, what you need to do, is protect yourself. Okay, let's see what the Harbinger wants to say. Come on, Harbinger 11. Yay. Okay. So, a powerful force approaches, bringing transformation and revelation. This is the death card. Like, actual death card with the Santa Muerte. It's literally telling you, I told you what to do. The universe is quite literally being like, did I not just give you Santa Muerte? Did you really need me to repeat myself? Okay, let me raise my voice for the people in the back. So, yeah. Oh no, this is a tower as well? No, it's not actually, because this is an advice for you, okay? So, anyways, a powerful force approaches, bringing transformation and revelation. Prepare for the unexpected. So, it is not telling you, by the way, I'm saying it because this collective I genuinely feel has control issues. You need to be in control. That's why you're stuck. Quite literally. It is. Because you don't feel, it's probably logic. You logically cannot see how this would work out. Yeah, you know you have feet. Yeah, you know you could technically put one foot in front of the other. But you cannot see the path. Of course not. You never walked this path. This is a path towards healing. If you had healed, you would not be here, okay? Whatever path you can see and that you have been walking is not working for you. You don't want to walk the path that you can see. You want to try a different path. I'm just saying, okay? So let's see here. The last one is, oh, the Ascendant Warlord. It's a really cool card. Let's see. 31. Da, 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 da. Give me a sec. Ah, here. The Ascendant Warlord. Upright. Strength, discipline, and mastery over chaos. Oh my god, this is all of the things that you... Not that you're lacking it, that's not what I'm saying. Like, truthfully, it actually isn't. But these are all of the things that, one, you would actually acquire by doing the hard thing, because you don't acquire this before the fact. You acquire all of this while you're walking through the fire. There is absolutely no way to acquire any of this when you're living in this. When you're choosing the comfort of what is known, even though it is, can I use that word? Unaliving you. Yeah, that word I do think I can use. You have absolutely, I was going to say self-respect, but that's not true. You might have tons of self-respect, I have no idea. But you don't see any value in yourself. If you did, you would not be remaining here. You have no value in your eyes. It's true. Anywho, let's see here. Plus, you gain mastery over the chaos. It comes as you walk. For each and every step, you will gain this. Yes, it will be hard. Yes, it will be scary. Yes, you will not know what is in front of you. You quite literally, you'll be feeling like you are walking in a completely dark space, or like somewhere where there's lots of fog, I don't know, or just an overgrown forest with no map. And the only thing you truly have is hope, and you have lost hope. I don't know if you lost it when you entered this connection, this romantic connection, or if you lost it already in childhood. Or, in a different kind of connection. But you don't have hope. Because you don't have hope, you need control instead. What has that given you? This illusion of control? At least the illusion, if you want to call it that, of hope. It's not an illusion, by the way. Hope can't be an illusion in the same way that the feeling of power is. That's a true illusion. You have no, power, I meant control, doesn't actually exist. Because we can't know. We should all plan. That's smart. Do the groundwork. That's smart. But we should also always know we cannot be attached to outcome. Because it might end up looking differently. Do you genuinely think that you, I'm not talking about you specifically, but anyone in general, can truthfully envision all of the magnificent ways your life could unfold, the stories you could end up living? You can't. It is impossible. Do you know why? Because we can only think the thoughts that have been presented to us. Yeah, that might sound strange and not ideal, and for some it might also stroke your ego the completely wrong way. But it is true. We can only think the thoughts that have been presented to us. We can expand on them. Yes. We can solve stuff. Yes. We can imitate and we can stand on the shoulders of the mountains that, not mountains, I was going to say giants, but still, giants in Norway tend to mountains in sunlight, so it still works. Don't judge me. But yeah, we can stand on the shoulders of the giants that walked before us. But we can only think the thoughts that have been presented to us. It is true. And you need some new thoughts. You need to experience proof of different things, because the thoughts that have been presented to you have ended up draining your life force, made you stagnated, made you not even see your own worth as a living human being. You are sacrificing yourself for what? I'll tell you for what. You are caught in survival mode. That's what's going on when you can down prioritize yourself, your actual needs, your actual wants, your actual... I don't even know what to call this. It's like you are literally denying all of yourself. You're denying your own existence. That's very unhealthy. You do exist. I can assure you of it. If you can listen to this thing for what? 1 hour and 9 minutes. Oh my god. Well, if you can, then you're hopefully still alive. Okay, let's finish off the ascendant warlord. Let's see here. So, mastery over chaos. Yes, you will manage it, okay? It's in you. You are the magician. You have value. Your life has worth, but not as a side character in someone else's life or romance story or whatever it is that you've been tying yourself with her. You have individual value. Okay, let's finish this up. So, continuing on the Ascendant Warlord. Let's see. This card signifies unwavering focus, leadership. Oh my god. This is cool. Okay, anyways. And the ability to channel raw power into transformative action. It's the Magician. Just like in a Warlord sense instead. Cool. I like that. Amazing. Anyways. Don't mind the dog. Anyways, point. Oh, I want to drink some tea. Yeah, I can do that afterwards. Point is this. Firstly, it's all a loop. It's literally just saying the same thing over and over. The universe is quite literally telling you, I told you what to do the first time. But if you need some other fancy cards to tell it to you as well, sure. We have plenty. You will learn as you walk. You will find your bravery as you walk. As you realize the pain did in fact not unalive you. And your lack of plan, down to the tiniest detail probably, did in fact not lead you astray. Because you were following your essence, you were actually listening to your body. You probably live only from the neck and up. Oh my god. In this romance thing. Oh no. Yeah, you are. Oh no. You are probably also disassociating, emotionally unavailable. It's a thing that you've learned to do, because it's the only way you could literally survive this thing for so long. It looks like it has to be a long relationship sort of thing. But yeah, you probably do. And so you have no connection to yourself. Not truly, not really. I don't think so. It doesn't. There's a reason why I'm getting this revelation. Their sweet collective. I can be blunt. I know that. And I'm saying everything with love. I truly want you to live your best life. That's why I'm doing these things. That's why I'm letting my energy get hijacked by random collectives. I want to help you. But I can only give you guidance. I can't do this thing for you, and I can't tell you what to do. And you're going to have to muster up the strength and resilience to actually feel the pain that you have been suppressing and also pushing away. Is that how you say it? Doesn't really matter. You know what I mean, I think, hopefully. You have to do that if you don't want to be stagnated in this until your actual dying day. No, I said the word. Ugh. Ugh. Oh well, it is what it is. But yeah, that is your reading. I'm sorry I couldn't end it on a better note, but at the same time, we did kind of end it on a very good note. Because your last card was the Ascendant Warlord, which is beautiful. It is literally telling you, the universe or whatever higher forces you believe in, if you believe in any. Well, I mean, you probably would, otherwise you wouldn't be listening to this, but there's a thing of, lacking hope, actual hope. Not in your own salvation or anything like that, but in your own abilities to bring yourself out of this and into something better, because you cannot see that something better. You are not guaranteed that something better. So you keep on choosing the devil you know. And you've just become conscious of it, it seems. I'm sorry. That must have been very hard for you, actually. But the blessing in that pain is that once you see something, you can do something, and which you could not do previously because you didn't see it. You can't do anything with something you can't see. Something that you don't know is there. You have very little reason to try and do something about that. But now you do. And now you do have also the responsibility to take care of your light, your life. The little version of you that it still exists in you, that you are forcing to live through this. In fact, it's probably that little version of you that is running the show for you to be living in constant survival mode. Your more integrated version, more adult version, who does not reject and try to overpower, murder, or whatever your more shadowy sides or tendencies. That version of you does not exist in survival mode, because that version of you, that's the light of your sombrero hat. Or, with the magician card that I talked about, like he has that sombrero hat with so many candles on it. You will find this, okay? If you choose to act, and honestly, you seem to have plenty of time to decide to do so, because stagnation. But you're already so drained, your life force is already so gone. I'm going to say, do you really have all the time in the world? We don't. We have here and now. That's all we are guaranteed. Anything else is a blessing. Anything else you cannot expect. Anything more than what is here and now, the life that you live right here and now, the time, of course, then, that you have right here and now. That is all you are guaranteed. And that's okay. That's okay. Because you can do so much magic in the moment that you have. Okay, I will end this now because it's super long. And it's like actually very short. Like I don't have that many cards. How did this turn so long? I don't know. Maybe the pets. Maybe just my ADHD. Anyways, this was your reading collective. I love you. I'm very proud of you, although I can be so blunt as I am. I can see your pain. I acknowledge it. I do. I do. But I can also see the strength that you actually hold inside of you. That's just waiting to burst forth. So, with that said, I will leave you with the advice to start putting one foot in front of the other. Okay. Mwah.